Hello, my name is Catherine Shuren, and today we're going to be talking about the internet human trafficking, mail order bride. And these days, mail order bride seems very popular, but before involving yourself in the mail order marriage industry, it pays to really consider the reasons behind your future wife or husband. Using this method to find your future partner for life. Being a mail order bride can be very dangerous. There has been recent cases of American men murdering their bride. Therefore, mail order bride needs more regulations, and we as society need to be more aware and do something about it. The concept of mail order brides was first seen on the American frontier during the mid 1800s. Men from east were migrating west in hopes of claiming land, farming, establishing business, and finding gold. Most of these men found financial success in migration west, but the one thing that was missing was the company of a wife. When we talk about human trafficking and abuse, we need to be aware of the advent of for-profit international marriage brokers, companies that operate solely to connect men and women of different nations with the internet intent of getting married. The use of these marriage broker services has exploded in recent years with the growth of the internet. The problem of human trafficking has garnered significant support and attention over the past few years. Just last September, before the United Nations, President Bush's words represented a truly historic moment in the war to free the millions of innocent human beings who suffer as slaves in the sex industry or in the forms of forced labor. Both the Trafficking Victims Protection Act of 2000 and the Trafficking Victims Reauthorization Act of 2003 have indicated major steps by the U.S. Congress to eradicate this form of slavery. Regulations is urgently needed to eliminate the existing biases that favor the male clients and to counter with protective regulations the conditions of vulnerability mail order brides find themselves in within the contemporary context of the mail order bride industry. The Senate have introduced the International Marriage Broker Regulation Act 1455. The legislation is modeled on groundbreaking legislation passed in the state of Washington related to trafficking of persons and called the Mail Order Bride legislation. The primary goal of the legislation is to better inform women entering this country as to the prospects of their spouse and past activity and domestic violence history prior to them coming to the United States and marrying the individuals. The bill will be first halt the current practice of allowing Americans to simultaneously seek visas for multiple fiancés by requiring that only one fiancé visa might be sought for applicant each year. What we are finding in many of these cases is that men put in for many different women at the same time coming to the United States. In the international marriage broker, legislation will require that brokers will be required to ask American clients to provide information on previous arrests, convictions, or court orders restrictions relating to crimes of violence, along with previous marital history. This information will also be made available to the foreign national. Finally, the legislation will require a U.S. citizen seeking a foreign fiancé visa to undergo a criminal background check, a check that is already performed for the fiancé entering the United States. Information on convictions and civil orders will be relayed to the visa applicants by the consular official, along with information of their legal rights should they find themselves in an abusive relationship. Senate Bill 1455 will give foreign fiancés critical information they need to make informed decisions about the persons who they plan to marry. It puts these foreign brides on more equal footing with their American grooms. To conclude this amazing video, I would say that mail order bride might not be that bad at all, because I heard so many beautiful stories that about marriages lasting longer. The only problem that can be the solution would be that men searching for male brides should be more honest and should follow laws and regulations. That way we could avoid so many problems with this issue. Thank you very much. I hope you like it.